This is Take the Gate coming at you from Cincinnati. It is today, Thursday, March 13th, 2014. And coming across this next story, man who's 18 at a technical college campus was arrested and jailed for 13 days for a pocket knife that he carries as an EMT to cut people out of his seatbelts here in Ohio and Jefferson. It's 60 miles northeast of Cleveland. He was an avid poster to YouTube, posting on how to different trainings for using equipment. He has received what he says is several certifications from National Terror Defense certifications of FEMA and Terror Recognition certification, as well as an emergency vehicle operator. He was hoping to be an EMT or go into the military, and now that he has a felony record, his plans are now smashed. He was in the Future Soldiers program and was scheduled to ship out in August after his planned military service, and he was going to embark on a career as a police officer or a firefighter. Nope, we can't have that in the United States. You have to have the less intelligent fascists in charge from our police. And if we go down here, it was Jefferson, Ohio, and he has actually talked to the Huffington Post. This is on the Blaze, by the way. When I was reading that he had some airsoft weapons in a glove box and the pocket knife, folding pocket knife, in his EMT vest. And he was viciously arrested with a no-search warrant, search of his vehicle, for having it on the school's grounds with his EMT equipment, apparently, because he's going to school for the EMT certification. Having his equipment on the school grounds is an oxymoron in itself, and I can't believe that a judge ordered him to be held on $500,000 bond pending a psychological evaluation. Did I read that right? And he passed and found that he was neither suicidal, homicidal, or a threat to anyone. And is that his attorney had brought up in front of a different judge who had let him out on a $50,000 bond with an ankle monitor. $50,000 bond with an ankle monitor. So, as you can see, this person is dollar signs, just like the Greenpeace people that were here in Cincinnati, and he's done far less, so perhaps that $50,000 bond was not extremely high. Maybe that's a standard now, where they just look at you as dollar signs before they go ahead and throw you in a jail cell if you can't pay it. Sometimes they make you pay it all out, just like the Greenpeace people, so I don't know if he had to pay it all out, or if it was a percentage, but that's extremely high to me. That's what it sounds like to me. So yeah, this guy was charged with a felony, and they said that the Army has now kicked him out. He cannot apply to the Army or be an EMT here in Cincinnati area. I won't go ahead and play this, but I'm just going to boot it up. So that's what his vest looks like, and you can see it in his car. It says that the one judge I went in front told me to remove all my firearms from my parents' house and put them at my grandpa's house, who's dying, supposedly. The judge freaked out about him even knowing what a gun was and put a no-contact order against him and his grandparents, so he's not allowed to go visit his dying grandparents. His grandfather is dying right now, and I am not allowed within 500 feet. There is a petition on change.org which demands his charges be reduced to a misdemeanor or be removed at all. That's what I would be asking for. This could be hype to create more stringent laws. What are they going to do? Ban plastic knives now? Is that what's going to happen now? And box cutters. Oh, box cutters. So, you construction guys, better hide your box cutters if you're going to, training at some school somewhere. because they might come after you for it. If you post a video or tell somebody, oh yeah, sure, I got a box cutter, I got a pocket knife in my pocket here, you're next. $50,000 bond and felony. You know what happens when you get a felony on your record? You can't find work. So the court threatened to hold sanctions against him and his lawyer. And he also tells the Huffington Post that the prosecutor was upset because the inbox has been flooded by emails as a result of the petition. Remember how I told you they wanted you to shut up in the last video? Well, that just shows you what he says here. The prosecutor says he's aware that there are loads of people out there that just think that we're the devil because we're ruining this young kid's life. But yeah, you are. And he insisted that that's not the case, and that the felony charge is justified, and there are no plans to reduce the charge. So you can see that he's really out to ruin this kid's life. There are all these school occurrences where people are shot and people are killed and by other students, he says. We see it every day, and we don't take these things lightly. We have to be sure that we don't have a potential something or other to happen here. Right, the potential. We are all potential terrorists, apparently, because we have minds and we apply those minds into pursuits of knowledge and training at school. Right. Anyway, I just thought you would want to take a look at this as his being profiled as a potential school shooter, blah blah blah. Take the gate. WordPress.com